Alright, Stutts here, welcoming you to the historic 50th episode of CWF Worldwide. We've got an exclusive, never-before-seen match for you later in the night, but right now, CL Party is at the ring.
Welcome to CWF Worldwide. Our opening contest is scheduled for one fall with a 10-minute time limit, and it is for the Worldwide Television Championship. Introducing first, already in the ring, accompanied by Sis, the Challenger, the Fury, McAllister.
Do you know where he's at? We want to know! Let's go! To kick off CWF Worldwide, Smith Garrett defends the television championship
Against a game, McAllister attacking before the bell, and McAllister is looking.
We'll give it to him!
He's staring with those cold, dead eyes into a championship that he once held here back about a decade ago. Sis doing a number on the Worldwide Television Champion, Smith Garrett on the outside, and McAllister in his first championship opportunity in a long time. Cecil Scott is trying to take every advantage as it comes to him.
Yes, he is, and it's been years, honestly, since he's had a singles title opportunity.
Kick to the side of the head. This is a former Mid-Atlantic Tag Team Champion, now looking to become the Worldwide Television Champion.
And like you said, it's been close to 10 years since he held that title last. And Smith again with that chain. Every time the referee gets turned around, Sis takes advantage with that chain. Start a match! You started it! And I think we've got an official bell now. There we go.
Finally, McAllister was pounding on him for, what, a good 2 minutes or so before the bell even rang. Choke STO, and this thing is officially starting with Garrett at a severe disadvantage. McAllister is trying to make the most of this title opportunity.
Oh, sliding D.
Cover. Two.
Well, that was close. And McAllister, if he can hold it together, and that is a huge if, he's got a good chance here. He is a veteran. He's held the title before. It's just mental when it comes to Michael McAllister. Michael McAllister is mental.
Yeah, absolutely. The mental state of McAllister has been questioned for a while.
Who's he talking to?
He might be talking to them, or they, or him.
Oh, good. Went to the chest.
Swing and a miss. McAllister fires away. Smith Garrett. Beautiful backbreaker, but man, he got hammered on the floor by Sis with that chain.
I think it jammed up both of their backs.
Both men down. This is a huge opportunity for McAllister, who, we've been talking about for a couple of years now, has been kind of teetering on the brink of sanity for a long time.
Going for Smith Mountain, he slipped out.
McAllister might be going for that Cobra Clutch, the Nightfall.
That's right, he beat Corienza with that move.
Stuck in with it, 2, 3. Good Lord, Smith Garrett wins this one decisively with a huge, mighty knockout.
And still, your CWF Worldwide Television Champion, Smith Garrett!
Give it up for the champ! Come on, everybody, the champ! The champ! Champ!
Hey, give it up, Smith Garrett, TV champ right there, huh? Yeah, Smith Garrett. Speaking of champs, I've been calling out a certain champ here lately, and I haven't heard a thing. Ric Converse, PWI champion. You hadn't called me. You haven't texted me. You haven't even emailed me. But somehow, in Chapel Hill, you signed to take Arik Royal on. Now, I don't know if you're scared of me. I don't think that's the case. I may not be worth your time, champ, let's be honest. Haven't been a full-time wrestler in quite a while. My last few matches, you know, I won, but funny thing is, though, Ric Converse and Arik Royal, I beat both of you. So, I see it. I should be able to swagger in here at any time and challenge for anything I want. So, champ, come on, Rick. Let's go, champ. Me and you. Come on, I need the money. More than anything, I need the money. I got the baby. Gotta pay for the baby. She is really expensive. Rick, you gotta give me that title shot, bro. Yo, speaking of something, I just want to talk about title shots.
Come on, people! Break the reaper again, Corey.
I'm not going to hit you again like Garrett did, because that would just make things way worse. You already got some post-concussion syndrome going on. But the state of things now, that this guy gets a shot at a championship and I don't, is absolutely ridiculous. Wait a minute, don't run off yet. I'm not done talking to you. This is like the old days. You're going to stand there and listen to me. Last year, you got a W on me. That was pretty much the last time anybody saw me. So, I'll tell you what, Brad, you take this to the committee. I'm going to come back here, lace up the boots, show up, and if I can beat him, you think you can talk your boy into giving me a title shot?
Converse talks back to us when he wants to, but if you want the match with him, we can definitely make that happen.
You want it? Yeah! Let's go, champ! Come on, champ! Let's go, champ!
The Mid-Atlantic Sportatorium is the #1 venue for live pro wrestling in all of the Carolinas. But did you know that you can also rent the Sportatorium for all of your anniversaries, fundraisers, and live pro wrestling birthday parties? Check us out at CWF247.com to find out more about how you can have your event right here at the Sportatorium.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your main event. This is scheduled for one fall with no time limit. The CWF Mid-Atlantic Heavyweight Championship. I'm assuming the coach will let us know who's wrestling.
I'll do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your CWF Mid-Atlantic Heavyweight Champion, Trevor Lee!
As the All-Stars antagonize everyone all over ringside, who will it be that steps up to challenge the Mid-Atlantic Heavyweight Champion? Trevor Lee said he would fight anyone from the All-Stars, anyone from the Moneyball group. Who is it going to be? Coach is, he's brought his troops out here. I don't see Cam Carter out here. He might have got his face kicked off last week by the champ.
Is it going to be the coach?
I hope it is the coach.
Man, I would buy a ticket.
Title is on the line. One fall, and per the champion's request, no time limit.
No time limit. This is And actually something written into Trevor Lee's ongoing contract with CWF as long as he's champion.
Absolutely. He was the one that added that clause that he wants no time limit for all his matches.
Speaking of contracts, I got a question for you, Brad Stutts. Does this count as one of the coach's title shots?
Oh, that's a great point. I don't know. Trevor made the challenge.
Because he had 3. He's used 1. I think that's something we'll find out in the coming weeks.
Trevor Lee is waiting on the All-Stars.
Trying to see who it's going to be. At this point, you got to figure it's either Kazi or Lude.
Could be the coach. He could have Cyrus floating in somewhere.
Let's not get ahead of
What
ourselves.
if Cyrus popped in the back door in like a squad car with the sirens blaring?
With like this trooper hat and everything?
Yes!
That'd be
Guns
incredible.
a-blazing? Man, that's probably not a good idea.
Look like something from Super Troopers.
Coach has apparently appointed Lance Lude.
Make this official. Go ahead and announce Lance Lude versus Trevor Lee for the Mid-Atlantic.
Coach has appointed Lance Lude, and it looks like here we go. 1 fall for the Mid-Atlantic Heavyweight Championship.
Yep, Lude is in the ring. Trevor wants Lude.
Crowd here is 100% behind Trevor Lee.
And I gotta feel like trying to listen to what Kazi's saying out there.
And after as much of a delay of game as we could possibly stand from the All-Stars, it will be Lance Lude answering the call of Trevor Lee, who last week, after we went off the air on CWF Worldwide, said he would defend the championship tonight against anyone from the All-Stars, anyone from the Moneyball franchise. And the All-Stars were just about penalized for stalling before we finally got our answer that it would be Lance Lude challenging Trevor Lee, Cecil Scott, a very befitting main event matchup for this episode 50 of CWF Worldwide.
Absolutely. We got to a half century with this thing, and this is a matchup that's happened a few times, and these two have never failed to produce an exciting contest. And I feel like when Trevor made this challenge, I think in the back of his mind, he kind of wanted Kazi to step up and take that challenge.
Absolutely. It was the Kamakazi Kid that cost Trevor Lee the championship back in December. Trevor would go on to capture the championship in the month of February in the end of an era title match classic against Roy Wilkins, 104 minutes that nearly 15,000 of you have checked out online. We thank you so much for that. Trevor Lee goes to the ankle, and as per he popped the knee, the ankle, and Lance Lude is hurting bad.
Man, he just wrenched that thing right out.
Lude is screaming. Nothing illegal though. Just aggressive wrestling from the champion.
And we normally see Trevor go after the arms, but he has made point to go after the Flyer's legs.
That's great thinking on the part of Trevor Lee, as everything that Lance Lude does that is centered around leaping, jumping, running, he's going to be basically immobilized. All those high-flying tactics, he's got to think of something else here.
Right. And we saw 2 weeks ago he faced Jesse Adler in, honestly, another title classic, another high flyer. But he knows he's in a different situation here. There's a lot of variables when you're facing a Lance Lude these days.
Yeah, absolutely. Trevor Lee and Jesse Adler, an instant classic. If you have not checked that out, episode 48 of CWF Worldwide a couple of weeks back, check it out. But yeah, a similar opponent stylistically, but a totally different game. Trevor Lee, ever since he won that title, he's got an even bigger chip than usual on his shoulder. He wants to show that he is the man more than ever before, and this is a young man that was always motivated for, by, and just living to show that he's the man. And Lance Lude is dangling
I think fair to say there's a pronounced power edge for the champion here.
One of the strongest men in the Mid-Atlantic. Woohoo!
Yeah, pound for pound, there's very few stronger than Trevor Lee.
He almost fed Kamakazi Kid his teeth.
And we normally see Trevor Lee try to slow things down. Lude, I don't think he's trying to slow it down. I think he's trying to figure out what the hell to do.
Watch this, dude. Hey. Right here.
Trevor Lee looks like he's going to take it to the mat.
He's giving him, what, the referee's position almost. He looks like he's doing a tornado drill in elementary school.
Lude is approaching cautiously. Trevor Lee is giving the challenger the advantageous position, and he slips right out.
Right back to the referee's position. Got to give it to him again.
Not really Lance Lude's game on the mat.
No, I mean, he's a decent mat wrestler, but he's a speed wrestler.
He's an exceptional risk taker. And maybe the most important thing with that style is he knows when to take calculated risks. Trying to hold on. Oh, dearie, dearie, dear.
And going to the chancery was a good idea, but it's not working.
The champ is walking around with Lude and sets him outside. Lance Lude is frustrated.
And Trevor Lee is definitely using that strength edge in this match, and it's got Lance Lude flustered.
What is Coach signaling for on the outside?
Was he telling him to steal second?
All Stars regrouping once again on the outside. Trevor Lee waiting on the challenger. Lance Lude approaches, but the champ is too smart.
And it is a case where...
Are you trying to take advantage of me?
Side headlock from the champ.
It's a case where we saw it with Adler. You want to charge in on Trevor Lee, but you got to respect his defensive game so much.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, you can't be the fool that rushes in.
Oh, God!
Oh, you heard that.
Oh, my God, the sound echoed throughout the Mid-Atlantic Sportatorium.
Uh-oh, oh, God. He almost had a shaken baby there.
And back to the mat, Trevor Lee.
God, running spin drills on him. It's like high school wrestling training.
And mocking Lance Lude.
He has got Lance Lude completely off his game here.
These two have had classic battle after classic battle throughout CWF history, but they have never faced off for the Mid-Atlantic Heavyweight Championship. And ever since Trevor Lee got a hold of that championship, the one title that had eluded him for all those years, he has taken it upon himself. He has made it his mission to legitimize that championship even more, to raise the awareness and the prestige of that championship. He wants to be in this ring, in this room, wrestling for 30, 45, 60, 75 minutes. He wants to produce as many classic matches in this venue, in this ring, in this organization as he can in the time that he has left with us, because the sky is the limit for this amazing young athlete.
Absolutely, and we're just happy that the rest of the world gets to see what we've been getting to see for the last 5 years. And again to that leg. And Trevor's made it a point to say that anybody he feels like deserves a title shot is going to get one.
Yeah, absolutely, and he was so fired up earlier, I think the coach could have brought anybody out here, and Trevor Lee would have gladly fought him.
Oh, are we going to get a surfboard here maybe? If he goes all the way with this is a sick hold.
Boy, he is wearing out every part of the challenger. Trevor Lee is showing his mat game like never before here tonight.
Whoa. All the way up into the Rito Romero special. Some people call it La Tapatilla, but he's got him stretched out.
Lude is trying to wiggle free.
Oh, he got him back up.
Trevor Lee will not let him wiggle free. The challenger is trapped.
Oh, goodness. He's right in the face of referee Pierce.
I would have given up minutes ago. Ooh. Got to be careful with that, though. The champ has got to be careful. Make sure his shoulders are not left down also.
Right, I've seen people get pinned that way before. He is just going to manipulate and dissect every part of Lance Lude here.
You know what I think this might be, Cecil Scott, and I don't want to be too presumptuous, but, you know, part of what we do is we do try to put ourselves in the mind of the wrestlers as they're in the ring. I think, you know, Lance Lude has really run his mouth ever since he joined the All-Stars. He has talked incessantly about how he feels like he busted his tail for, you know, 8, 9, 10 years here in CWF, and nobody ever gave him the recognition that he felt like he deserved. Trevor Lee has got the challenger trapped by his own ring gear.
We might see a lot more Lance Lude than we want to tonight.
Kazi technically has a point there.
Oh, come on. Oh, dear.
Oh, God! But I was going to say, Lance Lude has talked to anyone that will listen about how he feels like he busted his tail for years, never got the recognition that he was due. He really was kind of the first breakout, outstanding junior heavyweight wrestler to come out of the Carolinas, you know, a decade ago or so. And he has felt overlooked by this newer, younger crop of wrestlers. I think this is quite simply Trevor Lee establishing dominance. This is Trevor Lee shutting Lance Lude up.
Right, he has definitely shown who the alpha is here.
Of course, Trevor Lee likes those long matches, and he will grind you down for 20, 30, 40 minutes if he needs to.
And that's not to take anything away from Lance Lude, who's a phenomenal pro wrestler.
No, absolutely not. It's incredible that the champion has had the advantage for this long.
But sometimes, some guys just have your number. There's no way around it.
Yeah, these two have had some classics, but quite frankly, Trevor Lee has won most of them.
Yes, he has. And this is a different Lance Lude than Trevor Lee has faced in the past. This is a Lance Lude that's a lot more calculating. He's adopted that all-star smarter, not harder mentality.
Matter of fact, I don't have the Grant Sawyer record book in front of me, but Trevor Lee might have won all of them except for that historic No Limits match where Lance Lude finally captured the Ultra J Championship.
Where he flew out of the Eagle's nest above us here.
Absolutely. Prior to that night, Lance Lude's wins against Trevor Lee were few and far between, if any. The coach is fired up about something on the outside.
And Lude, it looked like he was about to get something going here, trying to go to the midsection, and he does again. That's actually not a bad place to go. You know, these longer matches, you go to the midsection, that takes the wind. And this is Lude's advantage, speed things up. Oh, airplane.
Oh, great wrestling here. Lance Lude trying to get back in the driver's seat. Trevor Lee stays on his feet. Woohoo!
And Lude a little too quick. That will be the advantage for Lude.
I will say one thing. Uh-oh, hold on. Let me hold that thought. The champion is in pursuit of the challenger on the outside. I will say this. You know, you touched on it earlier. This is not, Trevor Lee cuts him off at the pass and dares him to cross.
That is the most dangerous place in the building to find Trevor Lee.
And look at the look in the eyes of the challenger. I was going to say, you touched on it earlier, this is a different Lance Lude. I almost wonder if stylistically he's a little bit out of his element here. I am surprised, quite frankly, that Trevor Lee has been in control of this match as much as he has. Cecil Scott, do you think it's coming from Lance Lude having all those years of his mentality being rush right in, be reckless, throw caution to the wind, and now with the coach trying to slow him down, trying to encourage him to implement the style of the All-Stars, do you think maybe this is Lance Lude maybe showing us that he has not quite adapted to that yet. He's not quite sure what to do out of the gate, if not dive in face first.
Absolutely, and I've got a great comparison here. Yesterday was the birthday of one of my all-time favorite fighters, Arturo Gatti, who throughout his career was known as a blood and guts, all-heart fighter. And then he got a new trainer one day and tried to become a boxer. He tried to fight technically, and his career, it took him a long time to get going with that style. He hit a few road bumps. He lost to guys like Floyd Mayweather, and it took him a long time, and Lance Lude could definitely be in that same position.
I think that's a great analogy. Lance Lude has had tremendous success and has wrestled 10 plus years, 12 plus years of his career with that reckless style. Throw caution to the wind, throw your body on the line and ask questions later, with the coach having the mentality of slowing his wrestlers down, getting them to work smart and not hard. I gotta be honest, I think that has been to the disadvantage of Lance Lude here. Quite simply, he's not comfortable in that role yet, and Trevor Lee is eating his lunch right now, quite frankly.
Right, Trevor Lee's not a guy you want to go into a match with to try to find yourself.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, it's a match you need weeks and weeks of prep. God, he just building to Kernersville, for crying out loud.
Is this a strategic misstep on the part of the coach?
If I'm the coach, honestly, I probably would have tried to get Kazi in there. Not to take anything from Lude, but Kazi maybe just a bit more suited to such a short notice match.
Well, I think Kazi has adapted more to what we were talking about. That philosophy of work smart, not hard.
Speaking of Kazi
has adapted to it. Well, swing and a miss.
He just kicked his brains out.
Rang Kazi's bell. Trevor Lee is running over all the All-Stars. Lance using his quickness.
And he seems to never lose that quickness no matter where you're at in the match.
No matter how much of a beating he's taken. Lance going to the top rope. Crossbody, no, he got caught.
Not enough weight. Chappie.
Put him down. Chappie got it.
Oh, Lude tried to sucker him in and it didn't work.
Trevor Lee is all over the challenger. I've never seen anything like it. Oh, great thinking on the part of the challenger. Trevor Lee ate the buckle. Oh, and he went shoulder first into the post.
And one thing that has not changed about Lance Lude, no matter how much you beat on him, no matter how much you think he's done, he always finds a way to get himself back in a match.
Yeah, it becomes to the detriment of the fans' enjoyment now that he has aligned himself with Coach Gemini and the All-Stars.
Right, the mentality's the same, he just goes about it in a different way. And the coach doing a number on Trevor out there.
He hit hard on the floor. It was face and neck first into the buckle, shoulder and neck first into the post, and I didn't quite see what landed on the floor, but he's been down for about a minute and a half now, and prior to that, you could barely get the champion off his feet.
Well, it's a concrete floor, it all hurts.
Positively so. We talked about the adjustment of Lance Lude, adjusting to this new style of the All-Stars. It was really once the All-Stars got involved that this thing has finally seemingly turned in his favor for really the first time.
Right, it's a lot easier to try to implement a game plan when you've got an advantage.
Bodies of the All-Stars are all over the floor. Coach is climbing on the buckle. Champion and challenger fight on the floor. Lude clubs the champion from behind, and we're starting to see the confidence return to the face of Lance Lude. That was a great camera shot. We're starting to see the confidence return to the face of Lance Lude. We're starting to see that swagger come back in the step of the challenger. Lance Lude has never short on confidence once those lights are on and once he's in that ring doing what he can do. And we are starting to see that swagger return in the challenger's step here after a rough opening go of it here.
Absolutely, and especially once he gets cooking, his confidence grows and grows, and once he gets going, he is hard to beat.
He's a lot like, it's a kind of a strange analogy, but he's a lot like Arik Royal in that sense.
Yes.
Royal is like that runaway train that you just can't stop. Lance is more like, the speed car that you can't catch once he gets going.
Right, it's like you see a Porsche going downhill. But he is not so much the Porsche right now. He has adopted a more brawling style here.
Shot to the gut.
And you don't want to get in a position to trade blows with Trevor Lee. But again, right back to the gut, and I actually like that strategy.
Trevor Lee looking dazed. I don't know how hard he hit that post and that floor. Cover.
Not to mention just catching an elbow to the back of the head there.
Yeah, he's been rocked a couple of times, and when he or the cameras reposition themselves, I want to try to get a shot, a look inside in the eyes of Trevor Lee. They're glazed over. They're more dazed and confused than we are accustomed to seeing the champion. He may have really got his clock cleaned here.
And no matter how good you are, anybody can get caught.
Positively.
I mean, you can catch a blow to the head. You can get rolled up. Anything can happen.
It's almost like the old gunslinger days. No matter how good you are, there's always a faster draw somewhere. Woo! Great defensive wrestling from the champion, Lance Lude. Hard into the mat. And Cecil Scott, we've talked about it countless times. You want to try to manipulate your weight as best you can. You want to try and land as flat as possible. Lance Lude landed just about all tailbone on that one.
Yeah, and that's
not how you want to land.
No, it jams it right up to your spine and throws it right to the buckle.
Great defensive thinking again from Lance Lude.
And thus far, defense has led to offense for Lance Lude.
Totally different matchup than we have ever seen before from these two amazing professional wrestlers. Much more methodical. Lance Lude not wanting to make a mistake, and he's still favoring that leg.
And that might have been a mistake right there.
Trevor Lee is so smart. As soon as he gets his hands on somebody, he takes out something big that person will have to deal with for the rest of the matchup.
Right, and that leg, it takes a long time to get the feeling back in the leg after it's been worked on like that.
Trevor Lee just about destroyed the leg of Lude for the opening moments of this contest, and Lude is going to the outside. Trevor Lee just about destroyed the leg of Lance Lude for the opening moments of this contest, and I think you're right, Cecil Scott. I think that was a mistake. Lance Lude going to the floor, clutching that leg that Trevor Lee picked apart early in this contest. Lude is in the fetal position and hurt on the outside. He is at the champion's mercy once again out there.
And working on a leg like that early in the match, it's like you put money in the bank and it draws interest for the rest of the match.
That's exactly right. Trevor Lee, oh dear.
Oh, the German.
Boom, dropped him on his head and neck. Two.
I mean, we saw it when he wrestled Wilkins. He went to that arm for the first portion of that match, and it really paid off later on.
Oh, STF! Dead center of the ring! STF! And Lance Lude is giving it up! Lance Lude is giving it up! That leg, that injury inflicted early on by Trevor Lee has befallen Lance Lude here tonight. Champion retains, and Cecil Scott, the game plan of Trevor Lee, second to none here.
Yeah, rather definitive win there. He had a game plan and he stuck with it.
After all that punishment, the body of Lance Lude simply gives out. Trevor Lee stands tall this week on CWF Worldwide.
20 minutes, 24 seconds. Your winner by submission, retaining the CWF Mid-Atlantic heavyweight title, Trevor Lee!
Trevor Lee comes into tonight's title match with a perfect game plan. He picks apart Lance Lude. He's still out of action. We're waiting on word from Coach Gemini when or if we're going to see Lance Lude back in the fold. But now, a very special treat on our 50th episode of CWF Worldwide. Never before seen on television. It's the Steel Cage Showdown from Absolute Justice 2015 between then Mid-Atlantic Heavyweight Champion Brad Attitude and the leader of the Riot, Lee Valiant. One of the most monumental matches in CWF history. It sent the Riot on a downward spiral, but the injuries sustained in this match would ultimately end the title reign of Brad Attitude. We've never broadcast this match before. Thank you for sticking with us for 50 huge episodes of CWF Worldwide. Here now, in its entirety, the Steel Cage Showdown from Absolute Justice. It is main event time at Absolute Justice, the Summer Supercard. Get on the other side of him. Fight to a finish inside a steel cage for the Mid-Atlantic Heavyweight Championship. That man who has fought so proudly for CWF Mid-Atlantic steps into the steel cage. Oh, the Riot! The Riot! The members of the Riot have attacked by Attitude! Attitude is Richards have struck.
Yeah, and the whole point of this cage was to keep them out of this.
We're getting some security or something.
And we just got a three-way mugging out here outside. The bell hasn't rung. We don't even have a match yet. We need help.
Is this your champion?
And this is what Lee Valiant wanted all along. He wanted Brad Attitude softened up before he ever got in the ring with him.
Man, these people's hero, Attitude! Come on, it's the Attitude era! Where's he at, Stutts? Huh? Get in the ring!
Lee Valiant looking over here for Brad Stutts. He's not here, Lee. He's trying to get some help for Brad Attitude. And a suplex onto the floor. This thing, again, has not started. Oh, grabbing furniture from under the ring here. Oh, no, not a table. They've got a table and apparently they planted under this ring.
Yo, what you want is a triple champion! That's what you want! Put him in the ring! Thanks, John!
And refs desperately want to get these guys in the ring, but
I've been all around the building trying to find security or somebody to break up this fight, and there's nobody that's willing to cross the line.
nobody?
We got one referee out there.
No.
Oh, Aric Andrews! Richards right in the mouth!
And finally caused some separation. Can we get this in the ring?
It has got to be in the cage. It is a fight to the finish inside the steel cage. They tore that steel chair up.
Okay, I got you.
And we're finally in the ring, and we got a bell.
We are off and running finally.
Oh, and Grant Sawyer's a brave man right now.
Best in the world is cameraman Grant Sawyer inside the cage. We are off and running. Pinfall, submission, or escaping the cage to lead with the Mid-Atlantic Heavyweight Championship, and this is the final battle between these two men. They will never wrestle again in a CWF Mid-Atlantic ring, but that obviously carries with it the condition of no rematch for the loser.
No rematch, and it had to come to a match like this in the steel cage. The most dangerous match that really there is in wrestling.
Absolutely. One man will leave as champion. The other man will not be able to challenge for a rematch. The other man will leave with his head in shame, having failed. Either Lee Valiant having failed on his mission to tear down CWF, or Brad Attitude having failed in his mission to save it. It is all on the line in this steel cage matchup, our main event tonight at Absolute Justice 2015.
And you can't think of a match better suited to finish a score like this.
Oh, he's got Valiant. I don't think he's thinking giant swing. Oh, he launched him right in the cage. Valiant avoided the cage a couple of times. He could not avoid it on that time with all the momentum behind him.
And he is the first in this match to taste the steel.
It is going to be a wild one for sure with these two men. They haven't been in some of the most violent, brutal, wildest matches in CWF history. And once again, this is the final time that these two men will wrestle each other in a CWF Mid-Atlantic ring. One man will leave as champion, one man will leave in disgrace. Right now it is Lee Valiant on the canvas. So much history, dating back to our 400th event back in February. Valiant swore that would be the night he burned CWF down. Uh-oh, pace is quickening. Valiant goes around the world, DDT, spiked Attitude right on his head. Attitude has gone limp after that DDT right on the top of his head.
Man went all the way around the world and drove him down.
Back at the 400th CWF Mid-Atlantic Live event in February, Valiant said it would be the night CWF Mid-Atlantic would burn. They destroyed multiple referees. The match was thrown out. They had an unsanctioned street fight that nearly tore the building apart. Valiant and the Riot critically injured Bad Attitude, tore his meniscus. Attitude opted not to have surgery because it would force him to vacate the title. Valiant on top of the cage.
And as we mentioned, escape is one of the rules.
Absolutely. Oh boy, we got it's real dangerous on top of the cage.
That's a good 15 feet above ground level here. Oh God, no.
Well, they're right above us. They're right above us, folks, and I don't like it a damn bit.
No, I don't think either one of these guys like it a bit either.
Attitude is teetering on that cage. You can hear the breath leaving everybody in this room.
And both guys wisely getting back inside the cage.
On the top rope.
Oh, right at the side of the head.
I've never seen that before. In a steel cage match or otherwise, and both men crumble to the canvas.
And Brett, I'm gonna tell you right now, I've been in 2 cage matches in my life, and I am in absolutely no hurry to ever be in one again. It's just so hard to explain to the fans how dangerous this type of match is.
They used to say back in the old territory days, you'd hear the announcer say, take a few steps back and run head first into the fence in your yard. Do it about 15 or 20 times, and that's how a cage match feels.
Exactly.
Obviously, we encourage all our fans at home, do not try this at home. Please don't do that.
Speak for yourself.
But you would get the idea of just how devastating it is. It can be life-altering, Cecil Scott. Just moments ago, 2 of the greatest in CWF Mid-Atlantic history. Whether I like Valiant or not, he's still one of the best we have ever had. 2 of the greatest wrestlers in the history of this organization were literally teetering 15, 20 feet in the air, precariously, dangerously, could have ended their careers, crippled them for life, all for the quest of being the Mid-Atlantic heavyweight champion.
Yes, sir, and all it took was just one wayward move, one way or the other, and we're talking a career ended.
To mention, you talked about the steel cage. It's about 12 or so, 12 to 15 feet, maybe 12 feet from the top of the apron.
Right.
If you go all the way down to the floor, you're looking at
15
easy. And basically falling a story or 2 all the way hard into the concrete.
You're basically falling off of the house. And, you know, kind of like break this down like numbers-wise, we're using a different ring tonight, given the circumstances. It's actually a little taller than our usual ring.
Dragon Sleeper from Valiant. Don't ever remember Valiant pulling this one out.
Great move, though, to cut off the carotid artery, cut off the flow of blood to the brain.
And it will end the matchup.
It's actually a time-tested submission move.
If it's on for long enough, it will absolutely win the matchup and the championship.
But thankfully, Brad Attitude able to fight out of it. And Attitude still trying to shake things off from pre-match here, that jump by the Riot.
Should not have caused surprise to any of us, should not have come as a shock to any of us. The Riot has been so instrumental. Ooh, in every move Valiant made! Oh, beautiful move. The Riot has been such a part of Lee Valiant's whole game since they were formed back in February. This gang mentality that has been perpetuated by the Riot. And Cecil Scott, I'm going to ask you point blank, if Lee Valiant fails tonight to win the Mid-Atlantic Heavyweight Championship, what does that mean for the Riot?
Honestly, it's hard to say. It's like, it seems like that's been the driving focus is that they've got Lee Valiant's back and the focus is the title.
Attitude is on the top rope, very dangerous. Oh, went for the corkscrew body press. He avoided the he avoided the apron, but he did not avoid the super kick. Super kick right in the mouth. Valiant is on top. 2. It was almost that quick.
Very quick. And it was a taste of Brad Attitude's own medicine with that super kick.
It was almost that quick.
And that's all it takes is just one blow, one shot. No matter who you are, anybody can get caught. Man, nice low angle on that backdrop suplex. I was Valiant going to try to go up again.
Lee Valiant has said all along he will win by any means necessary. If he escapes the cage, he will be the Mid-Atlantic heavyweight champion. So dangerous up there, though.
He's out.
Valiant's over. Valiant is over. Oh, no, he's not. Oh, no, he's not. Oh, boy.
Oh, he's got him by the scruff of the neck.
Wait, they're teetering right over that table that the Riot set up. I don't think it's in our camera shot. Oh, my God.
More than that, they're teetering over this floor 15 feet below
Oh,
him.
my God. Oh, my God.
No. Oh, God.
Off the top of the cage, crashing down to the concrete.
Both men are down, and they both hit the floor at the same time.
Escaping the cage wins the matchup. They both crashed and burned. Lee Valiant is the no, he can't be.
He didn't win. Brad's the winner.
You're kidding me? No, he
Brad made it out first.
hit first.
No, he didn't.
Hey, Brett.
No. He had to hit first. I said
I saw him. Robbie, he's the veteran referee. All right, hold on. All right.
I guess we gotta make sure. Get in the ring and fight it out.
Cameraman had to capture it.
You guys
Look, there's not a clear winner. Do y'all want to keep going?
You want to keep going? Come on, guys, I gotta hear something. You guys want to keep going? Come on, guys.
We promise this is the final battle. We promise this as must be a winner, no rematch. If one man cannot continue the match, the other wins it. If both men can physically continue, send them back in the cage.
That's the only thing I could think to do. If one gets up and the other doesn't, declare that man the champion. If they both get up, send them back to the cage.
It's the only way to go. We don't do instant replay here.
Had to be a winner. Main event of our summer spectacular.
By 10. 2.
Man, that table just exploded.
Oh, he stepped on Valiant to get back in the ring.
Is he going to count him? Yes, he's going to count him.
Valiant has got to re-enter the cage. Or Attitude will retain the title.
He barely made it in. Count of 5.
The match continues. Shut that cage door.
He says, shut the door. We're going to keep fighting.
Lock it up. Let's go.
Hey, Kevin Pierce directed traffic out here.
Cecil Scott, we're almost in sudden death here, but after that horrific crash, what does either man have left at this point? What can either man do? They crashed and burned. They crashed and burned through that table. Both men gotta be absolutely in agony at this point, but they both answer the 10 count. They both want to keep fighting. No rematch. There must be a winner. One man will fail in his quest right here tonight at Absolute Justice. Valiant strikes first.
And they pulled each other up off of that mat. They propped on each other.
The will to continue to fight. The desire to be the Mid-Atlantic heavyweight champion.
And like Lee Valiant or not, like Brad Attitude or not, the heart, the fire, the determination is unreal right now.
The passion of Brad Attitude. Oh, he kicked him right in the face. Oh, he stopped him right in the face. Cutter! Right in the center of the ring.
I think he's got him.
Come on. 2, 2.
Just 2.
Only a 2 count, says referee Kevin Pierce. Was that the big shot Brad Attitude needed? Does he have another one in him?
Oh man, oh man, oh man. It is such a huge fight. It is such a war. It has been a war for months, and it will end right here at Absolute Justice. Attitude, go to the ropes. Oh, he crashed on the knees. He crashed on the knees of the challenger. The champion crashed on the knees of the challenger.
And I think Valiant saw that Attitude couldn't quite get himself centered there. I think the cage altered his course and got those knees up as a result.
Good Lord, I cannot imagine. But one of the worst moments of my entire career was I got knocked off the apron and crashed into the floor. I have back and shoulder problems to this day because of it, Cecil Scott. These guys went, it was an absolute justice, as a matter of fact. These guys went off the top of a steel cage all the way to the floor. I cannot imagine the agony. Valiant is still trying to escape the cage. Valiant will win at any cost.
Yes, he will, and what in the world is he? Oh, God! He snake eyes him on the cage.
God, there's prongs at the top of that cage. Attitude could escape the cage and win it here.
Yeah, Valiant's down. He took 2 shots to the cage.
This crowd wants to see.
Oh, what is he doing?
He stopped. Oh, he stopped. Attitude turns back to Valiant. Attitude wants to continue the fight. Oh, he crushed him. Brad Attitude could have retained the Mid-Atlantic Heavyweight Championship right there. Cecil Scott, the way this thing has gone, is still anybody's ball game. It may not be. It may not be. 2. It's still anybody's ball game the way this thing has gone. Will Brad Attitude, in your opinion, live to regret not going for the win right there when he had the opportunity?
It's kind of hard to say right now. I mean, right now he's still in control, but it very well could. He could look back at that as a moment where he blew it. And interesting, we saw Valiant with the super kick earlier. Attitude with a favorite move and lead Valiant with that flying elbow.
Oh, Valiant has been busted, and his face is getting grated like cabbage into coleslaw against the steel cage.
Man, it's like a meat grinder right there in front of the fans. We're getting a great shot at it.
That front row is getting showered in the blood of Lee Valiant.
Oh, he had nowhere to go.
The champion promised. Oh, shoulders down. 2. The champion promised that Lee Valiant would pay for his sins tonight. And he is making sure. Brad Attitude has survived the horrific fall, and Brad Attitude has drawn first blood.
And as far as Brad Attitude is concerned, it might be only blood. Now the back of the head.
Oh, God! Oh! The back of Attitude went into the grating of the fence.
And I always worry, anytime I see something like that, that cage is just going to go flying one day. But man, Valiant needed a move like that. He needed that separation.
Worth noting that the crowd here in the Mid-Atlantic Sportatorium, after seeing an amazing night of wrestling, is in a hushed silence. So much danger. Verta Bulldog! Verta Bulldog! No! Oh! Valiant with the zigzag! The move that Brad Attitude borrowed from his former tag partner. Valiant may try to win it with the zigzag.
And he's making a cover.
1, 2. Oh, we almost saw a new champion right there.
And that Verta Bulldog would have done it had he hit it.
We almost saw a new Mid-Atlantic heavyweight champion. This crowd, all eyes are focused on this steel cage. No one checking their phones. No one checking the concession stand. All eyes in this room are focused intently on the steel cage that will decide the Mid-Atlantic heavyweight champion. Valiant's going for slice bread. No! Attitude hooked him. Brad Attitude with slice bread on Valiant.
Caught him with it. Can he make the cover?
Hand over the chest. 1, 2. Oh, I thought that was going to be it. God, the near falls are getting closer and closer and closer, and I did not think that was possible.
It's going to get to a point, one of these guys is not going to have enough left in the tank. I mean, there's only so much that one man can take, you know.
Attitude dragging Valiant into the center of the ring. Who has got the most in the tank? Who has got the most will to fight?
And right now, is Brad Attitude going to try to escape? Is he going to go for something else?
He passed on the opportunity earlier. Ooh. I was going to say he passed on the opportunity to climb out of the cage earlier. Ooh, Valiant is going up. We can see it right here.
Very dangerous.
Oh my God. Oh, whoa, he landed on his feet! Zigzag! Attitude went to his feet! I think Valiant may have been going for sliced bread off the top. They went right to their feet. Zigzag cover.
Oh, the shoulder.
He's got to get the arm down, 2.
Oh! And that,
We're getting close.
man, I think that shoulder being up, it was on Brad Attitude's arm. I think that saved Lee Valiant.
Yeah, it wasn't Valiant holding the shoulder up. It was just fate that had it up.
Man, what a defensive move that was by Brad Attitude, though.
Unbelievable to roll to his feet. Unbelievable presence of mind for Valiant. Once he realized he didn't have him, for Valiant to go to his feet.
Just unbelievable knowledge of both men that they have for each other. And now what?
Attitude has fought for CWF Mid-Atlantic for so long. Oh, Valiant, oh no! Oh, the home wrecker! He jumped him right in the center of the ring with the home wrecker!
That's it, that's it!
1, 2, no! Oh, it was so close. Oh my God, it was so close.
I think a lot of people thought that was it. And believe it or not, there's still people here cheering for Lee Valiant.
Well, the Riot has had their supporters. Nevertheless,
you know what they say, some people just want to watch the world burn.
The vocal majority here in the Mid-Atlantic Sportatorium are on Team CWF Mid-Atlantic through and through. And once again, I am mesmerized by the crowd and the attention that is focused on this steel cage. They know that two incredible wrestlers are engaging in an absolute war. Valiant is he going for something, or is he going to escape? Remember, if Valiant escapes the cage, it's all over.
And we've seen Valiant, he's been the one more likely to try to escape in this match.
Pop up! Oh boy! Oh, he went for the German, he didn't get it. Oh, he went for the pop-up German, he did not get it. Oh, low blow! It's legal in this one. Attitude, using the cage to hold himself up. Oh no!
Oh, the sliced bread, what a sickening thud!
Oh no! Oh, they landed in a crash!
Man, what a disgusting crash that was.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Oh no, no! Oh, Attitude remains in the fight.
Now, if that didn't do it, I don't know what it's going to take. I really don't. At this point, it may take somebody climbing out of the cage.
Some fans are cheering. All eyes are mesmerized.
Is he going for the door?
Wait,
who the hell?
Nick Richards is back out. Why is Nick Richards back out?
What is Richards doing?
Oh, Amy Love! Amy Love behind Richards. Richards doesn't see it. Oh, he's got that baton. He's got that wand. Aric Andrews there throwing furniture. Valiant knows he's got to survive. And both men have got a weapon. Whoa, swing and a miss.
Oh, cracked him in the head with
right in the face. And they both go down. The Riot is back out. Amy Love has made an appearance, and both men are down. We have got to get the Riot the hell out of here.
Thankfully, they can't get in the ring, but apparently they've still found a way to get themselves involved. But now we've got, as if the cage wasn't enough metal, we got more laying in the ring.
Attitude is going to leave the cage. Attitude is going to hold on to the mid-lane. Oh no, the Riot! Oh no, Richards! Oh no! Oh, he got lost! Oh, cage going to head! Somebody's got to get the Riot the hell out of here, I mean it!
No way.
Oh, this cannot go down like this. Why do we not have 6 or 8 people out there to come kick these guys' asses?
I mean, and why are we allowed them in the ring?
Referee Kevin Pierce cannot call on disqualification. He just got pie face down. The match cannot end in a disqualification.
Oh, Brad.
Oh, hold on. Hold on. He just walked right past us. Oh, Aric Andrews just saw him. Aric Andrews just saw the most decorated champion in CWF Mid-Atlantic history. The man that has been recruited by the Riot.
Let him do it, I don't care. Okay? Hey, you want to do it, I don't care. I got it, bro. I got it. Let's just get this going.
Is Converse going to accept the offer from the Riot?
Right on the temple, right there, go ahead.
So much history with him and Brad. Oh, he caught Aric Andrews! Oh, he caught Aric Andrews to the roar of the crowd. He caught Richards. Oh, God, he caught Richards right in the face.
And I don't think we have to wonder about Ric Converse anymore.
Has Ric Converse shown his allegiance to CWF Mid-Atlantic? Converse stands tall in absolute justice, and he has decimated the entire riot.
Hey! What are you doing?
Oh, hang on. Converse has spoken to no one for 6 solid months. He has answered correspondence from no one for 6 solid months since Battle. Oh, he got rid of the attitude. Converse was going to leave. Attitude demanded answers, and Converse just nailed attitude. All the good that Converse did was just undone.
That was Richards dumps himself out of the cage. Both competitors in this match are down still.
Ric Converse is eyeballing the scene. And in a flash, Converse exits the building. He's still in possession of that baton. That's a police-grade weapon. Everyone is down, including referee Ken Pierce is finally back up.
And we got more questions and answers with Ric Converse. But as it stands, we have still got a heavyweight title match.
This is like the 3rd or 4th time they've had to lock the cage. You would think we could put somebody on it.
He's got to come out.
No. Oh, Attitude is alive. The Mid-Atlantic heavyweight champion stays alive.
Man, oh my God.
What an incredible war we have seen. Kevin Pierce and Brett Whitmire in the crowd say it is only 2. What a war we are seeing here. We thank you so much for your purchase of Absolute Justice 2015. And we are seeing one of the damnedest fights we've ever seen in the history of CWF Mid-Atlantic. Oh no, Valiant is trying to climb out the cage.
I don't know if Attitude's got enough steam to catch up to him.
He got cracked with that police baton. Valiant is gonna, oh no. Valiant's gonna win it, no. Attitude is climbing back up. Attitude is climbing back up.
Oh no.
Oh my God.
Oh no.
Oh my God. Berta Bulldog off the top rope.
No freaking way.
The face of Valiant crashed right into the mat. Attitude is on top.
Against all odds is still the heavyweight champion.
25 minutes, 22 seconds. Your winner by pinfall, and still Mid-Atlantic heavyweight champion, Attitude.
In the damnedest fight we have ever seen, Brad Attitude and CWF Mid-Atlantic prevail over the Riot. Thank you once again for almost a full year of CWF Worldwide. Next week, matches from our debut in Chapel Hill.